And back to today's guests. Well, for 15 years, the Colfax Marathon has been a staple every single May. Well, Colorado runners, we have an exciting announcement for you. Run Colfax is back this fall with a really exciting event. And Andrea is here joining us this morning. How are you?
I'm doing great, thank you.
The pressure is on you, lady. You will be making that announcement. But let's first talk about the 5K on the runway. This is a big deal. Tell me about this.
So we have a Denver 5K on the runway, and what we're going to do is runners are going to run down one of the runways at the Denver International Airport. So literally, you are your own airplane. So you're going to be taking off, running down the runway, the wands you're going to have, the running lights, the runway lights on the runway. It's going to be a spectacular morning, and then you're going to watch the sun rise as you're running over the Colorado mountains.
That is such a good idea. It's inspiring, and it makes me want to do this because it just seems like something very different from everything else we've done. Did you ever think that this race would become so big?
No, you know, when we announced it, we thought this is going to be great. Runners and the community is going to love to come out. We had no idea that we were actually going to sell out in 13 hours. 2,500 people are running. People were so excited. They heard about it and they just grabbed on it. It's a chance to make history. So this was a great chance for people to come out and just be ready to run.
That's incredible. 13 hours. That just goes to show it was a very good idea. What is your best advice for people training to do that 5K?
So if you haven't run a 5K before, you just need to get out and walk. Go walk, see how fast you can walk, get going that way, and then start to mix in some jogging. If you already run 5Ks, you might decide, hey, I just want to run a tiny bit faster on this particular race. It's going to be a super flat course, and so now you're going to go ahead and add some speed intervals into your training.
I love it. You had me at super flat course. That is always a win-win for everyone, right? So what does each runner get once they become a part of this?
Well, we started out by saying first 500 people to sign up got aviators. I brought some with me today. I mean, we're all about the aviators. And it was so exciting, and so many people wanted to register. We just gave them to all the runners. They get a runway themed shirt. We have a really cool antique silver plane that'll be on your medal, and you get free photos, and then a phenomenal party at the United Airlines hangar with breakfast, coffee, music. It's going to be a great day.
Okay, yeah. This seems like a super exclusive race with access to like things otherwise you would not be able to do. How did it all come together when the team said, let's think of something different, and you came up with this idea? How did it all happen?
Well, actually, 4 years ago, we were invited by the city of Atlanta, the mayor was, to come down and run their airport run. They had one of the only ones in the world, and I went down and ran that race. And when I left, came back to the airport, and they said, you know, we always thought that could be a terrific idea. And so that was the genesis of it.
And what do you think is about this race that's similar to that one, but at the same time offers more of the Denver vibe, unique to us?
You know, after running that race, which is spectacular, you know, we have a couple things. We have the scenery, we have the wonderful tents at the airport, that type of thing. But then we really thought, why not get pilots involved? Why not have them at the start line telling you, this is how I feel when I'm starting the airplane coming down the runway.
Wow, yeah.
So we started mixing in a lot of that Colorado vibe and a lot of the pilot vibe. So added some aviators in there. It's all about flying. So for us, that's really, truly what's going to make it spectacular. But watching that sunrise over the mountains that morning will be wonderful.
I love this. Well, now that you've tied it into flights and pilots, we're going to be on a delay if I'm running, okay? I'm just saying that right now. There's going to be a huge delay. Well, it's so popular. So many people have signed up that if runners don't get a spot, they didn't get a spot for this 5K race, what else is coming up? When's the next race?
Our big weekend is the weekend of May 21st. And so if you didn't, you know, one of the things we try to do with a race is offer you a new experience, something you don't get to do otherwise. So the airport is one, but if you wait and now you're going to run in May, a half marathon, we have a full mile in the zoo. It's the only one in the world. We run through a working fire station. We're running on 7 miles of water. We run through the stadium. So if you're looking to run and you want that spectacular once-in-a-lifetime experience, come on out in May, and you've got a variety of distances to pick from, but you also then have a long time to train. So you can choose, I want to run 10 miles, a relay team. 9 News has a relay team,
yes,
actually.
we do.
Yes, they do.
Know.
And so you could run on a relay team, a full marathon. So we say, you know, take a look. We'll be opening registration soon. And that would be a great opportunity to run something super unique like the folks will be able to do this fall.
I think this is amazing. Andrea, thank you so much for bringing this big announcement, and kudos to you and the team for doing so much with Colfax Marathon, and we look forward to the race and everything else you have going on.
Thank you so much for having me.
Absolutely. Okay, everyone, it's time to start training for the upcoming runs and register for the Colfax Marathon or any of the other races offered during Marathon weekend or throughout the year. You can visit runcolfax.org.